Hello, Lions. It's Friday, August 21st, and you're watching Lions Roar. And we start this week with a couple of birthday shout-outs. First, happy birthday, Christopher Robin. That is, Christopher Robin Milne, whose father, A.A. Milne, immortalized him in the book Winnie the Pooh. And a very happy birthday to the state of Hawaii. On August 21st, 1959, Hawaii became USA's 50th state. Aloha, Hawaii. Hanaolela, hanau. And now, on with the show. Hello, Lions. We have a jam-packed show for you today, and some new faces are joining us. So let's not waste time. First up is Ms. Salazar, our brand new community liaison.
Hi guys, happy Friday. I'm Ms. Salazar, your community liaison here at Vista High School. I'm here to tell you a little bit about myself and to tell you about what I do here at school. So going back to a little bit about myself. So I actually was a classroom teacher. I taught English for 5 years at a middle school in San Clemente. As you guys can see on your screen, I did more than just teach. I got a chance to visit our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. I got to go there quite a few times. I got to go to Philadelphia and Gettysburg. I even one year got to go to Jamestown, right, the founding colony. Those were some of the best memories that I have of that school. Not just because I was at a different place that I had never been in, but because I was able to do it, to go there with a group of students, and we were able to learn and spend time together and really just have so much fun. I'm not sure you can see me in that picture, but I am in that picture. Okay, I actually have, I think, 3 of those pictures from all the times that I went, and it was just a wonderful, wonderful experience. I also was able to join a running group at that school, and I'm actually still part of that running group. It's part of a Los Angeles-based running organization called Students Run LA, where we train to run the LA Marathon with students, obviously. Students Run LA, and it's just such a wonderful, wonderful experience for me. Every year we start training in August, so we're actually about to start training for this upcoming year. Believe it or not, the LA Marathon is still on, so we're going to train for that. We're starting, and we train all throughout until March, which is when the marathon is, and that's going to be quite an experience this year, but in the past, it's been one of the greatest times. And in that picture, I believe I'm in the back, because if you haven't already seen, I'm kind of shy when it comes to pictures, so I tend to kind of hide, but I'm there, I promise, and I have the medal. Okay, I have 4 medals. Hopefully this year will be my 5th medal for that, and that'll be fun. But so yeah, that's a little bit about me. Now, as far as what I do here at La Vista La Tierra, I'm actually, as I said, the community liaison. And liaison really is it's a French word, right? Liaison. It's a French word for like a connection, a link, right? So I'm the link between you, your teachers, your counselors, and your parents. Okay, and so some of the things that I've been starting off with is tutoring and translating, tutoring for you, translating for you. I've also done it for parents, so contacting parents, that kind of thing. I actually, starting in the next few weeks, I'll be meeting with a lot of you to help you create goals that you can write down and really strive to achieve over the course of the year. So that's another thing that I do. And then the last thing that I'll go into is your parents. I find ways for your parents to be involved. I find ways for your parents to know what you're up to here at school and what are the great, amazing things that all of you are able to do. So that's just a little bit about me. Once again, I'm Ms. Salazar. As you can see, I'm at school for today, and it's been great just getting to know those of you that I have been able to connect with, and I look forward to just growing with you and just helping you over the course of the year just really meet your goals and help your parents understand the importance of education. I was raised myself in a Spanish-speaking household, and my parents always encouraged me to, just keep striving for more, to do better, right? To do better than what they were able to do. And so I hope that I'm able to do that for you, is to help you and encourage you in any way I can. So that's a little bit about me. Thank you guys so much for your time. Have a wonderful weekend. I hope that you guys have had a good start to the 2 weeks. And as we go through the year, hopefully we can all be here together again. Bye.
Thank you, Ms. Salazar. Next, you may have seen the video introducing Ms. Gates, our new assistant principal. She joins us today to talk about the rules and expectations for distance learning.
Hi, this is Renee Gates, Assistant Principal at La Vista La Sierra High School. I wanted to take a few minutes and thank all of our wonderful students for working so hard during these unprecedented times. None of us wants to be attending school online through a computer. I know everyone wants to see their friends and their teachers very soon, and hopefully we will not be far off from that. We are a week into school, and most students have been very respectful and hardworking while attending their classes via Zoom. Unfortunately, we've had a few small issues with students in the Zoom classes. It is important that all students understand they are young adults now, and we have high expectations for your behavior. While using the chat feature, please be respectful. Please make sure you have an appropriate picture on your Zoom when your camera is off. We did have a student who was being inappropriate in a Zoom class, and we had to freeze his computer until his parent came into the office to meet with an administrator. This is what could happen if you are not respectful and follow the new classroom norms. You will be responsible for all of your work in Google Classroom, but will not have access to your computer until your parent comes into the office. If the behavior continues, we may move you to another school or program. This is a special place for students who work hard and want to catch up on their graduation goals, and we want to support you in those goals. Please continue to work hard and be respectful, and hopefully we will be back together in person very soon. Have a good year.
No one in the history of school has ever said, if you want to relax, go see the principal. Until today. Time to learn about stress and ways to alleviate it with Ms. Layana and her principal's perspective.
Good afternoon, Lions. This is Mrs. Layana. Welcome to the Principal's Perspective. Today I want to share with you some tips and strategies that our staff uses to help us stay calm during COVID-19 and distance learning. These are tips that we've learned through the various trainings that we've gone through the last few years. We are a staff that's certified in restorative practices and also in trauma-informed instruction. And there's a lot of good material in those trainings that we have pulled out and are very purposeful about applying in our own trainings as a professional staff to help keep ourselves focused and calm. And I want to share those strategies with you. The first one that I want to share is having a sense of mindfulness. And I think you've all probably heard about mindfulness. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's simply a way to help you restore your focus and your sense of calm in the present moment. So if you're feeling anxious, you want to be able to say, okay, let me use some strategies to bring me back to the present moment and to be calm and in our case, to start learning. One of the strategies that I'd like you to start using is breathing. And there's a lot of different breathing techniques, but today I'm going to share with you one that we use here a lot, and it's called belly breathing.
Diaphragmatic breathing, aka belly breathing, is our most efficient breath. It's also a calming breath. It taps into the nervous system and tells it to calm down. When we were first born, if there weren't any complications, we were all born as belly breathers. As we get older, we tend to become more thoracic chest breathers, much like this. So I'm going to teach you how to breathe with your belly. Start by laying down on your back. Place one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose. Feel your belly rise. Breathe out. Feel your belly flatten. Try to keep the hand on your chest as still as possible.
Okay, so I want us to actually try this. Since you are at home, I really do encourage you to lay down to do this if you can. If not, just get into a very mindful posture with your feet flat on the floor, back straight. And again, hand on your chest to make sure to kind of monitor if you can keep your chest from moving in and out. And the other hand on your belly. Are you guys ready? Okay, we're going to do 3 breaths together. Take a deep breath in through your belly. Feel it rise. And then blow the air out. Again. And out. Last time through your nose. And out. Okay, now take a moment to see if that kind of resonates with you. Do you feel more calm? That is a very good strategy to help your body know that it's time to calm back down. And the more you practice that, the more natural it will become for you. And the goal is ultimately to be taking all of your breaths through your belly, just like you did when you were born. That's the way that your body actually keeps itself more calm. The next strategy I want to talk about is exercise. And exercise doesn't have to be super difficult. None of us right now can go to the gym. So what I've been doing is taking walks around the block. You guys know that I live with my granddaughter, so a lot of times I will put her in the stroller and do that with her. Simple things at home you can do is put on YouTube and put on yoga or all kinds of different exercise routines. Exercise is a way for your body to naturally release endorphins, and that will be very calming for you. If you can get that into your routine, overall you're going to feel more mindful. The next strategy is visualization. And I already talked about my granddaughter, and obviously I talk about her a lot, but that is what I do when I visualize. So if I'm feeling stressed and I know that I'm not being mindful, that my mind is somewhere else and not in the present moment, I will take a moment to close my eyes and think of my granddaughter. And that always kind of brings me down to baseline. Other things that you can visualize is anything really that brings you happiness. If you think about a relative or somebody that you really love, or a place that you love to visit, or your favorite food, whatever it might be for you, just take a moment, close your eyes, and think about that thing, visualize it, and you will feel yourself becoming more calm. So we've got a couple of different techniques already. Regular exercise can make you feel more calm, breathing in the moment, deep breathing in the moment, and visualization. So keep those 3 tools in your tool chest next time you're starting to feel anxious or stressed. Another thing that can help us a lot during distance learning is making sure that we have a dedicated workspace. And it doesn't need to be any place fancy. For me, I live in a multi-generational house. There's a lot of people in a small space. So I don't have a dedicated desk, in my own office or room that I can use. But I have kind of carved out a part of my bedroom, and I have my materials there because of the baby in the house. I have to keep those materials in a box, and I keep them up high so that she can't get to them. But I know when it comes time for me to work at home, I have a place where I go. All of my materials are there. I open up my Chromebook, I set it up on the shelf, the dedicated shelf, and I can get going. If you can establish something like that for yourself at your home, even if it's like me, that you need to put the materials in a box, maybe put them under your bed so that you can pull them out and work, maybe just from your bed, I think you'll feel less stressed because you're more organized. And also try to set some ground rules with the people that you live with to help you keep that space safe from interruptions and people messing with it if you can. And I know that's hard because that's hard for me in my space. And the last thing that I want to share with you, the last tip, is socialization. With COVID-19, we're all feeling more isolated. So one of the things that can help us to reduce our stress is to have a meaningful connection with somebody each day. If it can be with somebody outside of your house, that might be nice. I know for me, most of my communication and conversations are with the people that live inside my home. But there's something about reaching out to a friend or one of the other family members that aren't living in my house, or even with a colleague, and having that connection or conversation, it can make me feel less isolated. And at the end of the day, that actually helps me to feel less anxious or stressed. So I hope that these tips have been helpful for you. It's things that you can pull out of your tool chest, like I said, during these challenging times. And the less stress that you feel, the more you can learn. And that's what we're all about here. All right, Lions, until next week, stay safe, keep calm and wash your hands. And as always, keep making good choices, focusing on your goals, and earning all your credit. And I'll see you next week on my latest installment of the Principal's Perspective.
Thank you, Principal Layana. Finally tonight, as most of you know, there's an election right around the corner. And some of you will be voting for the very first time. If you're a young woman, and this is your first experience at the ballot box, this is an historic year. 100 years ago, on August 18, 1920, the 19th Amendment was ratified, giving women the right to vote. The 19th Amendment declares, quote, "The right of citizens of the United States to vote shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or any state on account of sex." A simple statement that was decades in the making. Women fought for the right to vote from the very beginning of the Republic. But in October of 1851, Indiana Women's Rights Association held a convention in Dublin, Indiana, and became one of the first recognized state-level suffrage organizations. But it would take generations of women and their support to finally reach the finish line. They organized, lobbied, marched, and picketed through 2 wars, and many failed attempts to get the amendment before Congress. But with failure not an option, the 19th Amendment finally went into effect August 26, 1920. But even after 100 years, there's still more to do in areas of employment, housing, and pay. So what can you do? Well, if you're eligible, you can register to vote. And if you're not, encourage those who are. And then, vote. After all, generations of women put everything on the line to secure the right to vote. Every ballot cast honors the courage, commitment, dedication, and sacrifice of those women. So honor them. Vote. For all the good people here at Lions Roar, thanks for watching.